Google says someone is trying to steal how Gemini thinks. They're calling it a distillation attack. Basically, you don't hack into their system. Instead, you just ask the chatbot thousands of carefully designed questions, collect the answers, and use those answers to train your own cheaper model. And these attackers were specifically trying to force Gemini to reveal its hidden chain of thought reasoning, which is the internal logic that users never see. Because if you capture how it thinks and not just what it says, you can build a real competitor for almost nothing. Now, here's where the legal framing gets interesting. Google is calling this intellectual property theft. Intellectual property theft is the phrase that they're using. But if you actually read the report, the only legal basis that they're citing is the violation of terms of service. Not copyright, not trade secret, no patent infringement, and their own language says attacks may be subject to legal action. Maybe. That's not confidence, that's a hedge. There's a reason they can't claim copyright infringement. Because under US law, AI-generated outputs are not protectable via copyright law. So now Google is branding a contract violation as IP theft, but these are two very different things. And isn't it ironic that big tech companies have built their LLM models based on scraping the internet and taking other people's content without permission and without giving any payment? Don't forget that Google got fined 250 million euros by France for training Gemini on unlicensed news articles. And distillation, Google literally sells that as a product on Google Cloud. They just don't want it done to them. So they're calling it theft when someone questions their chatbot. But when they scraped your website to build that chatbot, they call that innovation.